All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always excited to see what we're digging into today.
Well, today we're looking into something really unique, pagan festivals.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and specifically one called the Free Spirit Gathering. Ever heard of it?
The name rings a bell, but I'd love to hear more.
Okay, well, they've already got their website up for 2025, and it's got a ton of information about the event.
That's impressive. They're really on top of things.
They are. Oh, and by the way, it's run by a group called the Free Spirit Alliance, in case you're curious about who's behind it all.
Good to know.
So, when I think of festivals, I usually think like music festivals,
Yeah, or like food festivals, something like that.
Right. Not this, though. It's not just a weekend getaway.
From what I'm gathering, it seems like a much deeper experience.
Definitely. It's actually multi-day.
Wow. Okay, so it's more about really immersing yourself in the community and learning.
You got it. And speaking of community, they call it an ecumenical pagan festival.
Ecumenical. Now, that's a word you don't hear every day.
Right. Basically, it means they're open to people from all different kinds of pagan paths.
That's really interesting. It's not just one specific tradition. It's this huge mix of beliefs and practices coming together.
Exactly. I mean, imagine the kinds of conversations and connections you could make there.
Oh, absolutely. The learning potential alone is massive. It really speaks to that whole idea of inclusivity and representation that's becoming so important.
Couldn't agree more. Now, I know what you're thinking. What would you actually DO at this gathering?
Yeah, spill the tea.
Well, get this. They've got vendors, workshops, rituals, entertainment, even volunteer opportunities.
Wow, they've really thought of everything.
It's pretty impressive.
It's amazing to see how they've turned their beliefs into this incredible lived experience.
It really makes you appreciate the dedication. So what kind of workshops and rituals do you imagine they'd have?
Okay, let's see. Herbalism, for sure. Maybe some drumming circles under the stars. Oh, and divination. Definitely some energy work, too.
I bet they have workshops on ancient crafts or lore, too.
I wouldn't be surprised. They even have an active shooter policy on their website.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a downer, but I also think it shows how seriously they take everyone's safety.
That's a really good point. They're not messing around.
It's all about finding that balance.
For sure. Speaking of not messing around, for anyone who wants to mark their calendars, this is happening August 5th to 10th in 2025.
Got it. 2025 is going to be here before we know it.
It really is. And just so you know, it's in Darlington, Maryland. They've even got details on what to bring if you're staying at Camp Ramblewood during the festival.
Wow, they've thought of everything. That's really organized.
I know, right? This deep dive has really opened my eyes to how much goes into events like this.
It's definitely about so much more than just the actual events, isn't it? It's the community, the shared experience, all of it.
Absolutely. It's truly inspiring, don't you think?
Totally. It reminds you that there's this whole world of different beliefs and practices out there to learn about and explore.
It does. So, listeners, we're curious. What piques your interest the most about the Free Spirit Gathering?
Yeah, let us know.
Is it the community aspect, the chance to learn about different pagan paths? Or maybe you're like me and you're just really hoping for those drumming circles under the stars.
Drop us a line and tell us your thoughts.
Until next time, keep exploring.
See you in the next deep dive.